Okay, so quadrilaterals are four-sided. You're with me, right? Page 25. And triangles, closed, three-sided. Quadrilaterals are four-sided. The sum of interior angles is always, what is it? Sum of interior angles is 360. So this is my, every once in a while I will refer to it as this. And if you ever forget, a square is a quadrilateral, correct? A square is four angles, right? 4 times 9. What's 4 times 9? 36, right? 4 times 90, 360. So maybe that will help you remember that. I would add this to my study sheet. So let's do a quick. This is also a quadrilateral. It's just not a name. We don't have a name for it. But you could have, write this down, 125. This could be 80. This could be 70. And if I asked you, hey, what's this one here, the unknown? That's when you use this property. Right? You use this one to help you out there. So you're going to go 360 minus 70 minus 80. So I'm taking away the 2 minus 125. You're left with 85. Okay. So now you know that this one right here is 85. You know that if it's four-sided, you can always use that to come up with what's missing. So here's I tried my best to make this visual for you, okay? The first thing I want you to observe is that if you start at the bottom of this, think of this as a bit of a tree. If you go up, it's always true. It's always true. So if I ask you, is a square a rectangle? You say yes. Is a square a rhombus? Yes. Right? So going upstream is always true, but going downstream on the right-hand side here is a sometimes, not always. Okay, if you go downstream, you're going general to more specific. It's not always going to be the case. Okay, I would say at the bottom here, more specific. And at the top, you say general. Okay, so we've got quadrilateral as our four-sided, and then we branch off. Okay, grab a red pen or something for this part. All of these ones here, this is always true. I'm going to make a marking. They have two pairs of parallel sides. What does parallel mean? Samantha, can you say it a little louder? The same, not the same. When something is parallel, it means that if you were to extend them, they would never meet. Okay, so they will never connect. So these two sides are parallel, and the arrowheads in there tell us so. So every single one of these, just make sure you pair them up correctly. This is parallel, these two are parallel. Okay. Same here. The square has two pairs of parallel sides. That's always true. And another thing is that I'm going to use a different color for this one. I'm going to use a highlighter. Green. That's what I'm going to use. Every single one of these has two pairs of congruent sides. Congruent means they are the same. What that means is this side is the same as that one, and this one is the same as that one. Okay, so So you can do that for all of them. I will write in what that means, okay? What's more specific about the square though? You can say two pairs of congruent sides, but actually all four sides are the same. So we're going to talk about that later on, what makes it unique. So here's where I'm going to add, under this, I'm going to make like a bracket like this coming down this branch here. They all have two pairs of parallel sides. And this is you can also say parallel sides like this. And they all have two pairs of congruent sides. This is a symbol for congruency. Okay. And one more. You ready for this? Diagonals bisect each other. What does that mean? They cut each other in half. Cut in half. I have a feeling some of you might have to deal with bisect before or later on post-secondary. But that's cutting in half. That's the truth. That's true for all of them. Okay. This should narrow it down for you. If I ask you, hey, draw me a rhombus and label two things about it, you should be like, okay, two pairs of parallel sides. I'm going to make those markings. What else? Two pairs of congruent sides, right? You make those markings. And diagonals bisect each other. We're going to make the markings in a bit. Time is going to cut me right off, so I think I'm just going to stop right there. I just want to talk about the kite is a standalone, all on its own. There's nothing else. And trapezoids, there's only two types of trapezoids that we deal with. More about that tomorrow. And we'll just leave it at that right now. Thank you, guys.